I'm Antony, physiotherapist, nutritionist, and functional medicine practitioner. Here at NxHLife, we translate science into empowerment so you can rise as a pain warrior and take back control. Let me start with a simple question. How many times have you been told something like this? Sit up straight, fix your posture. Your back hurts because you're slouching. For decades, posture has been blamed as one of the main causes of back pain. And because of that belief, millions of people spend their day trying to sit perfectly upright, holding their shoulders back, tightening their core, trying not to slouch. But what if I told you something surprising? The problem might not be that you're slouching too much. The problem might be that you're trying to hold any posture for too long because your spine was never designed to stay still. It was designed to move. Now, this might sound strange at first because we've all been taught that good posture protects the spine and bad posture damages. But when researchers start looking closely at posture and back pain, they discover something unexpected. People with perfect posture can still have severe back pain, and people with fair, relaxed, or slouch posture can sometimes have no pain at all. This tells us something important. Posture alone does not explain pain. So, if posture isn't the main problem, what actually is? The real issue is often something much simpler. Stillness. Holding your body in the same position for long periods of time, because when we stay still for too long, something important begins to happen inside the spine. The tissues stop receiving the movement signals they rely on. The muscles become fatigued, the joints stiffen, and the discs that sit between your vertebrae receive less fluid exchange. In another word, the spine becomes dehydrated and stagnant. Your spine behaves a lot like a sponge. When you move, the sponge compresses and releases. Fluid moves in and moves out. Nutrients circulate. But when you hold the sponge still for too long, everything slows down. This is one of the reasons many people feel stiff or sore after sitting or standing for long periods. Not because they were sitting wrong, but because they were sitting too long without movement. Your spine doesn't need perfection, it needs variation. Now, here's where things get interesting. When people start worrying too much about posture, they often begin bracing their body without realizing it, pulling their shoulder back, holding their stomach tight, trying to maintain a perfect position all day. But that constant muscle tension can actually increase fatigue and pressure, and fatigue often leads to discomfort. So instead of helping the body relax and moving naturally, the pursuit of perfect posture can sometimes make the body feel guarded. This doesn't mean posture doesn't matter at all. It just means that posture is not the main driver of pain the way we once thought. The human spine is incredibly adaptive. It can tolerate a wide range of positions: slouch, upright, leaning, twisting. The key is not avoiding certain positions. The key is not staying in any one position for too long. Think about a children for a moment. Children sit in all kinds of strange positions. They sit cross-legged, leaning forward, twisting, lying on the floor. And most of the time, their back feels completely fine. Why? Because children move frequently. They don't lock themselves into one rigid position or posture for hours. Their bodies are constantly shifting and exploring movement, and that constant movement keeps the spine healthy. Now, compare that with many modern work environments. You sit at a desk, look at the screen, trying to maintain good posture. And before you know it, 2 hours have passed without moving. Maybe 8, the worst. The body doesn't like that. The spine thrives on movement. So instead of chasing perfect posture, better strategy is something I like to call movement variety. Allowing yourself to change position throughout the day. Lean forward sometimes, sit upright sometimes, shift your weight, stand up, stretch, walk around. Even small changes can make a big difference. One of the easiest strategies is something called movement snacks. Short bursts of movement throughout the day. Sometimes as short as 30 seconds or a minute. Stand up, roll your shoulder, take a few steps, bend forward gently, bend backwards. These small movements help the spine rehydrate and reset. And over time, they reduce the stiffness that builds up for a long period of stillness. Now, here's something important. Many people with chronic pain start to become afraid of certain movements. They worry that bending, twisting, or slouching might damage their spine. But in most cases, the spine is much stronger than people think. The body is designed for movement, and gentle movement is one of the most powerful signals of safety you can give your nervous system. Remember what we talked about in the previous video. Pain is not simply a measure of damage. It's a danger detection system. When the body starts moving in safe, controlled ways, the nervous system gradually learns that movement is not a threat, and that learning process can help calm the pain system. This is why movement is such an important lens when we look at chronic pain. At NxHLife, we often talk about three lenses: movement, protection, and biology. The movement lens looks at how the nervous system controls these movements. Sometimes restoring confidence in movement can be one of the most important steps to recovery. Now, this doesn't mean pushing through severe pain or ignoring injury. It means gradually reintroducing movement in a way that feels safe and manageable. Small steps, consistent exploration, building trust between the brain and the body again. And here's something I want you to remember. The spine is not fragile. It is one of the most resilient structures in the human body. It is designed to bend, twist, adapt, and support you throughout a lifetime of movement. So instead of asking, what is the perfect posture? A better question might be, how can I move more throughout my day? If this idea is new to you, take a moment to notice something about your own body right now. Have you been sitting in the same position for a while? If so, try this. Stand up, stretch your arm, move your shoulders, take a few steps. Sometimes that small reset is exactly what the body needs. If you want to learn more about how movement, stress, and biology influence pain, I've created a free guide called The 7 Unspoken Truths About Chronic Pain. Inside that guide, I explain some of the most misunderstood ideas about pain and recovery. You'll find the link below the video. And if you want to continue learning alongside others on the same journey, you can also join a growing pain warrior community, a place where people are learning how to understand their bodies instead of fighting against them. Because the goal is not perfect posture. The goal is a body that feels safe to move again. Let's turn pain into peace, one step at a time. See you next time.